Well, well, well. Well. Number six, the Braves have finally won this National League East. It only took 96 games, but the Braves are back on top where they belong, NL East champions again. Woo! Yeah! Okay, enough of that. All right, what else we talking about this week besides my NL East championship Braves? Well, Mel Tucker, you need to stay off the phone. Kevin Porter Jr., you need to stay off the weed. NBA new load management rule is gonna keep players off the bench. The Giants and all these running backs that was talking, you guys probably need to stay off the field because you're not helping. Aaron Rodgers is forced to stay off the field. Jim Trotter, they want you to stay off the airways. Let's see what else going on right here. And who are the top three cursed teams that just need to stay from doing business altogether? That, the college picks, the college recaps, the HBCU report, the Braves report, all that together. We're going to be trying to get folks to stay out of their minds. Let's get it together. Episode 292. Right now. Thanks.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We are here. We are live. This is the Red and Rail Sports Show coming to you live. Myself and Red coming to you live from the ATL. And Armani is coming to you live from the palatial studios of Newport News, Virginia. We're giving you real sports talk because we are real sports fans who are real sports athletes who have what, gentlemen? Real sports
knowledge. There you go, Coach. You got it.
Fine-tune your sensory apparatus and join us for the next 2, 3, 4 hours. We don't know. We just roll with it for the Red Rail Sports Show. And as our usual custom is, we're going to turn our attention to, I can't say our numerologist because that's me. I guess that's me. For number 292. And I got 292 for you. My 292 is going to a fella who Rev would appreciate big time. He wreaked havoc on opposing offenses for over 15 years, playing with the Green Bay Packers, Carolina Panthers, among other teams. He was affectionately known. He was a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know why just 2 times. Should have been more. But he was affectionately known as the Minister of Defense. Number 92, Reggie White. One of the most dangerous defensive players in NFL history. Number 92, Reggie White. And everybody knew who Reggie White was. If you didn't know, well, I don't know what you were watching. But, hey, Reggie White was the man. All right.
Before Miss Dana cussed you out, you forgot that he played with the Eagles.
I wanted to see what she was going to say if she was going to pop up, so I ain't say anything. Dana, I just had to mess with you. He also played with the Philadelphia Eagles, but he was mostly with Green Bay, wreaking havoc. But Reggie White is our number 92. All right, we want to say welcome to the Revenite Nation. We have some people already checking in. Let's see what the comments are. Let's see what we got here. Uh-oh. I see some jokes already. Let's see. Miss Harris said, good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Miss Harris. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Miss Harris.
All right. The VP is in the Birmingham airport about to board his flight home. He ready to slam down the gavel for another 5 session of TRRSS. Let's go. He slammed the gavel down. So there we are. He also said good morning to Ms. Harris. Anthony is in the house. Anthony House is in the house. We live, baby.
What's up, Anthony?
Uh-oh. Vincent Woodruff says Skeet's Achilles heel when skeet. Oh, Lord. too soon. Look for the Jets to grab a quarterback. Zach Wilson will never be it. We'll talk about that coming up. We're not going to talk about Aaron Rodgers' Achilles. He also said, "Coach, you got it right." Yeah, every now and then, the sun shines, you know where. So hey, and a broken clock is right at least once a day or twice. Anthony said, "We live." Vincent said, "Reggie White, the Minister of Defense." Yeah, Anthony also said Reggie White. The VP said he and Jerome Brown wreaked havoc. Yes, they did. They had a lot of running backs crying and quarterbacks crying and running for their lives, praying that they wouldn't get hit. And he said he created that ump move where he tossed left tackles around like rag dolls. Yeah. If you were left tackle and you saw him, you pretty much said, "Oh, Jesus, this is what I got to guard today, a block." So, and Vincent Anthony House said WPS. Okay, glad the nation is checking in today. We thank you. We're glad you're here. All right. Let's see here. We are gonna go jump right on into our dope, note, and cope. We got things we talk about where we like them, we don't like them, and we have to deal with them. Starting with you first, Red. What are you doping on today?
I'm doping on one Geno Smith. Not a good moment because they left, but a kind of a funny moment. As Geno was stepping back into a play, and he looked up and he saw Aaron Donald approaching him. Boy, the only thing he could quickly say was, "Oh my God!" And I think that would have been the reaction of many of us as we saw a big guy like Aaron Donald running full speed ahead, looking to do all kinds of damage. So, Gino, we understand, but if we don't want to see a pit bull running at us like that, because I'm pretty sure our reaction would be, "Oh my God!" too. So, not blaming you at all, Gino. We completely understand, but keep it down sometimes when you play quarterback.
All right. Armani?
I'm doping on one Deion Sanders.
Uh-oh.
Man, Colorado State coach talking crazy, and you handled it with class, my brother. You went and you bought some glasses for the whole team. The whole team gonna have some glasses on, but since he want to talk, we're gonna give him something to talk about. You handled that with class, man. Hey, look, keep doing you. I think y'all gonna win. I'm pretty sure y'all gonna win today. Just keep being Deion, man. You're doing a great job there.
All right. My dope moment goes to one Adam Jones, who was allowed to retire and sign a ceremonial deal with the Baltimore Orioles. He was one of their best players for years.
Oh.
And they allowed Adam Jones. No, not Pac-Man. No, Adam Jones, the Baltimore Orioles player. He was honored. He spent most of his career with the Baltimore Orioles. He was able to retire ceremoniously. So big ups to Adam Jones and the Orioles for allowing him to retire gracefully with them. All right, Armani, what are you noping on? There's plenty of notes this week.
Let's see. I'm gonna get one of my notes. Let's see. Damian, they still trying to make this trade with Damian Lillard in Miami. Look, man, you should listen. It's over. Stop it. It's over. Play out the contract, and then if you still hanging around, then request a trade. I mean, you got a little while, but man, nobody wants to pick up that contract, and then they're not gonna get what they're gonna get back in return. So just stop it, man. It's okay. Just stay where you at.
All right. My note moment goes to the not all of them, but the Minnesota Vikings fans who sent the racist emails or comments to the running back for the Vikings, Alexander Madison. He fumbled the ball against the Eagles, and it didn't cost him the game, but it was a turnover that led to some points. And some people who are cowards on the internet decided to send him some racial statements using the N-word and other slurs, and it was like, you got to be kidding. We still doing that now? It's easy to hide behind a computer and make these kind of comments, but it was totally unnecessary. It's just the second game of the year. Of course, he didn't try to fumble, but some cowards decided to reach out and use that language. Minnesota quickly denounced them, but in this day and age, it's time out for that. It's just a football game.
Yeah,
you don't live and die by it, and it was ridiculous. So my no moment goes to the Minnesota Vikings fans, whoever you cowards are hiding for those racial comments. Red, what's your no moment?
Hey, that would have been it had I heard. I didn't even hear about that story, Coach.
Oh yeah,
that type of ignorance, man. Yeah, you hiding behind a computer. You want to say the N word? Say it. Be a man. Say it with your chest. You want to say the N word like that? Lame, man. Ugh, I don't even think about those guys. But yeah, they're definitely some cowards. Anyway, what am I noping on? Besides that, well, we got most people crying. This time, if it ain't folks crying in Minnesota about running backs fumbling, we got folks in Philly crying about how my Braves celebrate home runs. Look, Phillies. Now, just because you choked the World Series away, okay, don't give you the right. And just because you choked countless divisions away to my Braves throughout the years, don't give you the right to tell us how we to celebrate our success. Okay, you want to be little closet do-gooders, old traditionalists, button up and do things the traditional way. You go right ahead. We are the Atlanta Braves. We are the best team in the league. We set the standards right here. Okay, teams looking up to us for how to win. We decide how you celebrate home runs. Okay, we set the standards. You follow us. You are beneath us. You are looking up to us, and this is what you kiss from us. Yeah. That's what I got to say about Philly. Don't worry about how my Braves celebrate home runs. Just focus on your team. Another losing season. Well, it ain't a losing season, but another season where your fans gonna be disappointed. Ain't won anything in a decade. So do me a favor. Shut it. Oh, sorry, Miss Dana, if you're listening, but your team has been burning me up this week with they complaining.
All right. Armani, what are you coping with? We coping now.
I have so much to cope on.
Oh, I know about them turds.
Yeah, I guess we can. No, I'm not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there today.
You might as well get it off the chest.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, yeah, after I do not want to see Jalen Milroe play another snap, at least starting anyway. I mean, the kid is a great athlete. Get no doubt in my mind. Strong arm, but it's a turnover machine. I don't want to see it no more. Coupled with the Texas loss at home. We lost at home. So, of course, we're not used to losing at home, but it is what it is. Texas, they got the best of us, but hey, we'll bounce back. But Milroe, I get it. Great athlete. Play running back, maybe wide receiver. Hey, look, you don't need to be playing quarterback. You turn the ball over too much.
Red, what are you coping on?
I'm coping with inside the NFL and its ever-changing cast and its ever-changing network. Lord have mercy. First you go from HBO to Showtime, and now you don't went from Showtime to the CW network. And I'm sure I'm forgetting a network in between all of that. And now you're changing the cast again. What was wrong with the old cast of the NFL network? Phil, JB, Ray Lewis probably not going to want to come back for right now, but Brandon Marshall, Julian Edelman, and Michael Irvin. Now you don't change the cast again. You're on the CW network where folks can hardly find you. And now you got Ryan Clark, Channing Crowder, Jay Cutler, Howie Long's boring old son, and Ocho Cinco. Some of those guys are cool, but some of those guys, I swear, y'all just throw names up in the sky and pick them and choose those guys come on the set. I mean, why would anybody pick Chris Long to host a TV show? Dude has nobody. I mean, he's a great guy, but he don't have no personality. And Channing Crowder, all he do is sit up there and tell a bunch of stupid perverted jokes half the time. Jake Culali is gonna be a butthole doing the show. Ryan Clark, I guess he can host the show. And Ocho Cinco, personally, he got the most personality out of everybody, and he the quietest on the set. So I don't understand the producers or how they setting up this show, but man, just leave it alone. It was fine last year. Know why you keep messing with it and changing the cast and changing the network? Just pick a few people and let them stay. I don't know why I'm getting so angry about this NFL, but I liked it last year with Michael Irvin and Phil and Brandon Marshall and the guys. And these guys, I don't know, man. It just seems like they just picked 5 guys and just threw them on the show.
All right. My coat moment goes to the Atlanta United fans. I do believe there's going to be on the news, there's going to be a riot at the Benz tonight because Lionel Messi is not coming to play for Inter Miami tonight. Like everybody was buying tickets for to see Messi.
Oh, man, that's a big star, right?
Yep. And he is not going to be at the soccer match tonight. So it could be a riot. It could get ugly down at the Benz. All those people who bought tickets. Maybe some refunds in the works. I don't know, but I'm sure they didn't plan on it. They thought he was going to be there and they were going to see him and everybody was going to go crazy because he is the biggest star in the game. But Atlanta, you have been deprived, so you're going to have to cope with it. I'm sorry. Oh, it's bad for them, but hey, we'll see. All right, let's see what the Rev Night Nation is doping and coping on. We'll see. Wait a minute. Anthony House says, "Woo, pig suey Razorbacks today." I don't know who they play, but we'll see.
Play Anthony. Get your hopes in
now. All right. The VP said, "I'm about to board UGA. Take it easy on my game chickens, baby." That's my note for today.
It's gonna be fried chicken in a little bit.
Yeah, it could be KFC all day long today.
Popeyes, deep fried.
All right, he said it's dope moment. The Colorado Buffaloes keep rolling along. Their real test comes next week. We still rocking with Coach Prime. And he also said Armani great dope. Coach Prime is the epitome of dazzle class. Mm-hmm. He's always done it differently. They hate him because of that. Keep up the great work, brother. Red, take your hat off your hat glasses and talking to adults.
Joe like Coach Prime, Joe Black. I do it my way.
Joe Black said, "Good morning, guys." From
What's up, Joe?
Man, he is in the house. His dope moment was Texas beating Alabama. Well, Armani, I don't know what to say. I have no comment on it.
I can't say nothing. We lost. Hey, they got us.
And Timothy Sagos, what's up, Tim? He said, "Nope, Colin Kaepernick need to give up the false hope." Yeah, I think that ship has sailed out to sea and probably been hit by an iceberg. So we're moving on from Colin Kaepernick. The VP said, "About to take off. You brothers have a great show. I'll check it out when I get home. Safe travels, VP. Get home safely, brothers, so we can see you back again." All right, those are the comments.
Don't get caught up in Idris Elba part too. What's that hijack?
Oh Lord, we don't. What's that hijack?
Yeah,
yeah, we don't want to see
first place,
Vince on hijack. All right, that's thank you, nation. Anybody else going to chime in? We'll be moving on. Of course, the big news story of the day, of the week, was young Aaron Rodgers, not so young, 39-year-old, getting ready to play his first game. The hype machine was on. Everybody was there. New York was fired up. It was 9/11. I mean, all the backdrop was set for a great show. Aaron Rodgers came out with the flag in his hand, running out there. And unfortunately, and I'm not making any jokes, it turns out that was the only running he would do, because on the fourth play of the game, he drops back for an inconspicuous, pass, and the left tackle, I think it's Dwayne Brown, missed his assignment, and Rodgers got sacked, and everybody was like, okay, let's move on, third, fourth, and whatever. But Rodgers tried to get up, and he couldn't. And he sat back down. They had to help him off the field. And he went to the initial diagnosis, what everybody was hoping for was a high ankle sprain or something to do with the ankle. Everybody was saying, okay, I hope that's it. He'll be out a few weeks. But the bad news came down Tuesday as it was a torn Achilles. Or like somebody said, I hate to hear him say it because it sounded so ridiculous, Achilles. I said, no, it's not Achilles, it's Achilles injury. And he is out for the season. I'll start with you, Red. Your thoughts about Aaron Rodgers and what comes next for the Jets?
Well, I mean, it's devastating. It's devastating for the Jets. It's devastating, kind of for the NFL, sort of. I mean, they put so much emphasis on Aaron Rodgers going to be the savior for the Jets, a franchise that really has been deficient of top-ranked QBs for a long time. I mean, this organization really hasn't had any good luck with QBs ever since the Joe Namath days. And Joe Namath, 80 years old now. So that lets you know how long ago the Jets have had successful QBs. I mean, and the thing about the Jets is, it seems like they always do this. They always get caught up in one QB being the savior of their team for 1 or 2 seasons instead of doing things the traditional way, which is finding a quarterback in the draft and building him up from there. Now, I know you tried it a few years back with Mark Sanchez, and I guess that worked out sort of, but not really, because you, like we said again, you was mostly winning because of your defense. You went to back-to-back AFC championship games because of your defense. That's what people don't even realize. Jets was in back-to-back AFC championship games 2 years in a row, but not because of their quarterback, because of their defense. And here we are years later again, the Jets having a competent and solid defense, but no quarterback play. So then you go out and you put all your eggs in the Aaron Rodgers basket, just like you did years ago. You put all your eggs in the Vinny Testaverde basket. You put all your eggs in the Brett Favre basket when you make trade for him. And here you go again, you putting all your eggs in the Aaron Rodgers basket. Well, that's fine if these guys can actually make it through the season, but Vinny tore his Achilles 1 play into the season. Brett Favre tore his rotator cuff, some injury on his arm, 7 or 8 games into the season. And Aaron Rodgers, like Coach said, didn't even make it to 5 plays. Well, at least he made it more than Vinny Testaverde, but 4 plays and he's gone. And that's the Jets' problem. You just put all of these eggs into these aging quarterbacks because you waste so much time with young, incompetent quarterbacks. Your problem, Jets, is your front office. Your front office needs to do a better job at scouting quarterbacks, drafting quarterbacks, just as good a job as you do drafting the skill players and the defensive players. You need to put that much emphasis and that much focus on scouting and drafting your quarterbacks. That way you won't have to come into these seasons with all of your eggs in one basket of one aging, still high-profile QB trying to save the day. And look what we had again. It's just deja vu all over again for the Jets. So, like I say, it's devastating for Aaron Rodgers because of his age. He say he's not done, but when you have an injury like this at the age you are, you're kind of looking more so for the future than looking for still trying to play. And as far as the Jets, you back to square one again. You have to depend on your defense winning games, and hopefully your young quarterback can make a few plays. But honestly, how many folks believe in Zach Wilson after what we saw last year? We can hope that Aaron Rodgers inspired them a little bit. Exactly, Coach. We can hope that Aaron Rodgers inspired them a little bit. But the truth of the matter is, we can only believe in what we've seen, and what we've seen from Zach Wilson is not good enough. So all I can say is, good luck, Jets, going forward. Now, we hope your defense holds up for the season. I don't think the season is over for them, but they got a long journey, and like I say, you're gonna have some long games because your quarterback is not as good as you would like him to be. So we'll see. We'll see what happens going forward, but you still got the good defense.
Armani.
Um, at that age, you have an Achilles injury. I mean, that's it's detrimental. It's detrimental to him. It's detrimental to the fan base. But I mean, time keeps going. That don't mean you just give up the season. See what you can do with Zach Wilson and just keep going. You was able to pull out a win against one of the AFC's upper echelon teams in the Bills. So, I mean, let's give Zach Wilson a chance to see what he's got. Maybe he learned something from Aaron Rodgers this offseason that that might help him along the way. But as far as Aaron Rodgers' career, it's a wrap. I don't think that he could come back from it, but I don't think it'll be the same. Achilles injury is something. So Aaron, if I were you, I hang it up, man. You got a Super Bowl. You're a 4-time league MVP, Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP. Hey, it's okay if you only got one. At least you got one. So go ahead and hang it up, man.
All right. I mean, everybody was looking forward to this, of course, including the Jets. Everybody was looking forward to this season to see what the Jets were going to do. They were picked as a Super Bowl contender. And immediately, as soon as they saw Aaron Rodgers lead the field, Vegas shot their odds down real fast. They were like, yeah, they were a Super Bowl contender. Now they just going to maybe make the playoffs because the defense is so good. And they got some good young skill players, but it's not a Super Bowl year. Now here's the question: do you stay with Zach Wilson, or do you go get another quarterback? Considering what's out there, which is garbage.
I would. I mean, for the time being, just stay with Zach, keep the course of Zach Wilson. I mean, what you gonna do? Go and get I heard toss of go and get Matty Ice from. But I mean, Matt Ryan himself is not a shell of him. He's not unless you was getting 2016 Matt Ryan, I'll be all for it. But Matt Ryan he's on the brink of retirement himself. Of course, he's not officially retired, but Matt Ryan is no. I wouldn't go that route. Just for one season. Just stay the course and then see what they got in the draft next year. If Zach Wilson isn't the answer, but just remember, you've been down this road before. We keep going down this road with the Jets. Brett Favre, like you said, and Mark Sanchez. Y'all can never get the quarterback thing right. So, y'all need to truly evaluate some of these quarterbacks that's coming out of college and see what y'all can do. So, just for the season, just stay the course with Zach Wilson.
Red.
I will bring someone in mostly as a backup and insurance, but our money's right. You back with kid. Go on and let the kid. If he gonna sink, then he gonna sink anyway. That's the position you put yourselves in when you drafted him high last year. Now we not sympathizing. We ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you now. You drafted a kid. You gotta play him. I'm saying you can bring somebody else in, but why keep? If the kid stays confident, why keep ruining his confidence? I mean, he didn't ask to play. He's been forced to put it play. But now he has to play. I mean, you're going to bring somebody from the outside in that you're going to have to get caught up with your system and whatnot. No. Bring somebody from the outside for backup and insurance, emergency. Let Wilson get the reins and let's see what he can do. If Aaron Rodgers inspired him a little bit, this is his last year. If he has any moxie to him, any type of pride to him, any type of cachet, we're going to find out this year because now it's time, Zach Wilson. This is your Eminem moment. Now it's time for you to lose yourself. And if he can't do it, then he can't do it. And at least we'll know. So we don't have to sit back saying, well, in a few years when Zach Wilson, no, ain't going to be no fear. Zach Wilson will be done. Okay? If he can't do nothing this year, nobody's going to take a flyer on him again. Unless it's just to bring him in for a workout to be a backup. Ain't nobody gonna ever trust him as a starter. So you got this moment, Zach Wilson, this moment and this moment only to show us if you really belong in the NFL. We can forget everything we saw last season, everything your rookie season, but now is the time. You better lose yourself or or you better just get lost.
Yeah, I mean, and you said last year. I think about last year when Zach Wilson was a quarterback and he got hurt quietly. The Jets were celebrating kind of because they were talking about Mike White, the backup. And I'm like, what kind of confidence that give you? But Zach Wilson ought to be motivated to say, hey, I got a second chance. I'm about to do something with it. Let me see what happens. But looking at the list of quarterbacks who are out there, Garner Minshew, Carson Wentz, Colt McCoy, Joe Flacco. Somebody called Armani now about coming in. Colt McCoy, Joe Flacco.
No.
Not hardly a who's who.
Yeah.
What's going on? Oh, okay. Did Monique call you?
Monique.
We had a caller calling in. We had to let them go for a minute. But I mean, somebody even mentioned Tom Brady, and I'm like, no, you're not gonna get there. I mean, if he did come back and he had time to learn, the Jets are back in Super Bowl contending because Brady's Brady, but he's not coming back.
I don't think he's gonna come. Yeah,
he's done all he could. So let's see what the nation had to say because it looked like the nation is talking. Let's see what they had to say. Timothy Sago said, roll with Zach Wilson. Rodgers, another victim of the hard knocks Madden curse. We have a couple of free agents available. Patty Melt, and that guy needs a haircut and wear those ridiculous hats.
Yeah.
All right. Thomas, I'm sorry. Timothy also said Mark Sanchez was garbage juice. That's a good word for him.
He was good the first couple years, and then he
turned into the butt fumble. He turned into the butt fumble. Thomas said, sorry, the president is sorry I'm late, gentlemen. I was out fishing for armor-plated beluga shrimp in Griffin, Georgia. He said armor-plated. Oh, my goodness.
Beluga.
I can't. Coach, you right. Look at Geno Smith, new team, second chance, and he became better. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Zach, this is your chance. Your team is backing you. Your coach has already said it's your job. Now, if you mess it up this time, you got nobody to blame but yourself.
Exactly.
Got nobody. You can't turn around. Yeah, it's yours. But unfortunately, and we'll get into it, the first defense you got to go against is that Dallas defense. So trial by fire, baby. You got to jump right in and get baptized early. So we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll talk about that when the game comes up. And Thomas said the Jets have become a rest home for old quarterbacks. Yeah, just like Red said. All those old guys who came in and were hot garbage and everything. I guess Red, let me see if Red is back.
Yeah,
all right.
He's
back. All right. Kevin Kelly said, all right, let me put it back on there. Geno never got a fair shot until now. Oh, I'm sorry. Good afternoon or good morning, Kevin. Geno never got a fair shot until now. But like we just talked about, here's your chance, Mr. Wilson.
I'll say this about Geno, though. Geno, you had to have the right system around Geno. Just like I don't think Justin Fields is going to do much in Chicago because they don't have the right scheme fit for him. So, I mean, it's just Geno is good because he has the right coach with the right scheme built around him. So, and I think
I'm trying to remember who was the Jets coach when Geno was there.
I think Todd Bowles.
Top,
you know,
no
right.
comment.
There's that.
Right. You gotta get to the right system.
Yeah,
and Bowles can't help no quarterback, man. That's what I'm saying. If you don't have Bowles as your head coach, then Bowles' offensive staff had better be one of the best if you bring in the young quarterback because he what can he do? He's a defensive guy. If you drafted Michael Parsons or a defensive stud, yeah, Todd Bowles is all right, but not when you drafting a young QB and you need that young QB to excel and excel at a quickly. Todd Bowles the last guy you want. You need Kyle Shanahan, Andy Reid, a guy like Sean McVay, a guy like they have
Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur is
yeah. You gotta have the right offensive staff to throw these kids in, or these kids gonna fail. That's why so many of them fail now. They keep going to these bad situations.
Yeah,
and that's why Caleb don't want to go to Arizona, because he's like, I don't blame him. I don't want to go there either.
Yeah, you got a train wreck in Arizona, but hey, we'll get into that game. They didn't look bad against the Commanders. They didn't look like a team who was tanking. They tried, looked like to play a little bit. So I don't know. I don't think they
might well not tank, because Caleb or ain't neither one of them going there. So they might well just play.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with the Jets, because like I was just saying, they got Dallas right out the rip. So that's a interesting game to have to start with. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Moving on to the next topic. Mel Tucker suspended. As we know, Mel Tucker is right now he's currently the coach of the Michigan State Spartans. He's currently the coach, and he is under fire for allegedly, as he said, making a phone call or making phone calls to the young lady. Sorry, to the young lady who was an advocate for a rape survivor and everything. She was speaking out against sexual harassment, and Mel decided to have a little conversation, let's put that in quotes, with her about her some very inappropriate things, and the NCAA has decided, and where Michigan State has decided to suspend him and let him know that right now he's not the coach. So let's jump in this one. Red, you had started, and
I ain't started. I ain't a Mel Tucker over here.
No. What's your thoughts on Mel Tucker and his quote unquote situations?
Well, I think the appropriate question would be, how can you blow $95 million in a few seconds? Mel, I think you just showed us how, man. Man, dude, I just don't understand. Like, what is going through these guys? Dude, this is the anti-rape, anti-sexual assault advocate. I don't care even if I was in a relationship with her. Man, that'll be I ain't doing nothing like that over the man, sweetie. You gonna be with me in person, face to face, okay? If any the stuff like that is going on, we gonna be face to face where we can actually touch. Ain't no cyber sex going on here. No laptop over the phone intimacy. Okay, man, what is wrong with you, dude? How old are you? You're doing stuff that, man, you're doing high school and college stuff. I'm sorry, man. That's what you're doing, man. You look ridiculous. I mean, and on top of that, like I say, of all the women, you gonna do so. I don't care what she said, man. Sorry, I am not trusting that. Maybe you thought she could just been too nice, man. She could have been maybe just joking around, playing. But I don't believe this lady consented to you and that particular phone call. Okay, I just don't believe it. Now you got some proof that says otherwise. Well, you better present it, because you the one on the line right now. Ain't nobody looking at her crazy. We looking at you crazy, Mel. I mean, a leader of young men, a high profile position, and dude, all you had to do was just call and say, "I love you," but you decided to call with other things. So you put yourself in the situation, man, and blew $95 million, man. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Armani.
Mel Tucker, man, you were something else. Why, if you're going, first of all, you're a married man. Let's start there. So,
Right.
but for the obvious reasons, shouldn't have to go into that. But you a married man. But why would you? What makes you think that was okay?
For real.
I mean, you have everything going for you. You got a good situation. Well, Michigan State is one of the premier programs, right? Like, you go to Michigan State. Yeah, they one of the good, best colleges you can go to. Why would you go and mess that up? Now you're giving them an excuse to terminate your $95 million contract. I hope you save your coins, brother. Because what year is he into that contract?
I think just the second or third. Not many.
Yeah, so I mean, I hope you saved a couple $1 million, brother, because you're about to be out of a job. Now this is a great excuse for them to be like, and they was already questioning, should we have gave him that contract? I mean, program is doing all right, but we're not in the top 25, I don't believe. Yeah, Mel, this is bad, brother. This is bad, and I hate to see stuff like this go on especially with brother coaches. But man, you gotta hold yourself to a higher standard than that. You got to. There's no excuse that should have went on. Especially this is somebody that you work with. So we got another Udoka situation, I guess. Man, you cannot do stuff like that. Not in the workplace, brother. Not in the workplace. If you're gonna do what you do outside of your marriage, hey, look, that's between you and your wife and the Lord. But you cannot do stuff like that at where you making your money at. Why? For what? For what? So, Mel, I hope you save your coins because you won't have a job.
Let me see what the nation says real quick before I comment. I'm gonna pull something. Joe Black said Mel Tucker needs to stop tucking himself on the phone.
Wow.
All right. Maurice Thrower, good morning, Maurice. Maurice is in Foxborough. Good morning, Maurice. Thomas said, unlike other things, he won't be able to beat this charge. We're not going to go there, Thomas. We're not going there. No, sir. Think about what this woman was an advocate for, this Timothy Sagos. The FBI calls this a clue. Wow, you got to be the biggest dummy of them all. That's like getting a girl pregnant who works for DFAX. She knows the system very well. Yes, exactly, Tim. Kevin said the confiscation of his personal computers is next. You're probably so.
It's coming.
Yeah. Phone call, Texas. And I'm dude.
Full-on investigation is coming.
Yeah, they
like you said, that's the last woman, dude. That's the last woman you shouldn't even thinking of messing around with. Of all the women on Michigan State campus, you're gonna mess with. I mean, you're gonna mess with the advocate for. I just don't get the advocate for anti-rape and sexual assault. That's the woman you're gonna try to talk to. That's the woman you're gonna be on the phone doing inappropriate things with. Mel, dude, you are a dummy, man. You got to be plain dumb, and you got $95 million on the line, and you got these white folks in charge of your money, and you think going on the phone doing that with that woman is keeping you safe. You think that's all right, and you a brother in that position with $95 million on the line, married. I don't know about his family, but dude, I just don't understand how these guys get in these stupid situations, man. I mean, dude, are you brain dead? You gotta be, man. God. And I don't want to hear him coming out reading no phony report at no press conference talking about, no, just keep your mouth shut. Don't tell us anything, because anything you say gonna make you look even worse. Just take your punishment like a man. Fall on this sword. Just issue a statement saying, I apologize for my actions. I'm sorry for the shame I put on my family. And go away. Don't say nothing else. Don't add no fuel to this fire, Mel.
I go back to the movie with Chris Rock I think I love my wife when his boss told him, you can't lose money. I mean, can't lose a woman chasing money, but you can lose money chasing a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the bottom line of this whole thing right here. I mean, Mel, you got a contract. 2 contracts. Let's put it this way: 2 contracts. You got a wedding contract, meaning you got a wife already, and you got a 95 million. Man, that's a Powerball for people, for coach. Any coach. That's a Powerball number. $95 million.
That's Nick Saban, Kirby Smart money.
$95 million.
What's Mel doing with it?
And you gonna blow that because, as Kevin Kelly said, your ego or whatever it is cause you to do something with that woman. And if it's me, and I can be honest because it ain't me. I don't care if it was Angela Bassett who was the woman that wanted me to get. I'm not giving up $95 million for her either. Because I love these Angela Bassett, but I'm not giving up $95 million money to coach at a school where I haven't seen it where they're really upset about your record. They're happy with getting, basically seem like getting in a bowl game and saying, okay, and you still getting paid.
Right. That's the surprising thing. They pretty much treat him like Marvin Lewis. Like, dude, you can do whatever you want. We don't care about wins and losses. Okay, Mel, you good. And he ruined that. That's just like Marvin Lewis had to ruin what he had in Cincinnati or something like that. And he had it good.
Yeah. And the president said color had nothing to do with it. He was being a jerk. Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
A jerk and stupid, as we said. And Maurice Thoreau said, this is a stain that he will never get rid of. Never. You did that to yourself, Mel, and nobody is going to feel sorry for you because of stupidity.
Did it to yourself.
Yeah, so if you lose all this and you're never able to coach again, the one question you got to ask yourself, was it worth it? And the answer is no. The answer is no. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth losing everything you got. Now you're going to walk around wherever you are in public and people are going to say, that's him right there.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Sanford, you big dummy. That's all they're going to say, you big dummy, because they're going to look at you like, wow, you gave up $95 million for her. Yeah, exactly. That's what they're going to do, Red. They're going to whisper and say, that's him right there. Unfortunately. So, Mel, good luck in the future, brother. I don't know where you're going to get another job at, but
down here at Mars Brown, Clark, you know.
And let me point out one thing. Mel, you're not Bobby Petrino.
No, that's the messed up part. Like, dude, he's not gonna get another chance like a white coach.
Unfortunately.
They didn't want to hire you in the first place, man.
Hey, okay, let's see. The Nation is saying something else. Tim DeSago said, future USFL, XFL coach Mel Tucker. Oh gosh.
His wife is an attorney.
What?
My
Good
goodness.
luck, Mel. Good luck, man.
Well,
What?
my
goodness.
Hey, he might have representation, but he might not have a wife afterwards.
Yeah,
man.
He might say, okay, I'll keep you out of jail. I'll make sure that ain't nothing bad gonna happen to you, but we done. Relationship over. After I save you, pack your bags, take your clothes, and get out the house. My bad, his clothes are still gonna be on the grass before he get home. She gonna beat him back to the house.
Kevin said,
wow.
Kevin said he'll never coach again. Football teams have cheerleaders who have rich parents. All right. Jerry Martin said, "Good morning, fellas." Hey, Jerry.
Good morning, Jerry.
What's up,
Jerome.
Jerry?
Good morning, Jerome. He said there's more to the story. Oh, I'm sure there are more layers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But they might not be good layers for Mel unless he got one of the best alibis and Johnny Cochran is sitting beside him. It's going to be kind of tight for him. But wow, I did not know his wife was an attorney. Woo! That's going to be...
He looking dumber and dumber.
Yep. All right, let's move on away from Mel.
Stupid.
And before we go to break, time for the NCAA picks.
That's right.
There was a little shuffling. Armani, don't rub your eyes so fast, sir. It's okay. Don't rub your eyes yet. There was a little shuffling.
We might need to add one more topic, Coach, while we're talking about college.
What's that?
Jay Norvell and Dion.
Oh, let's discuss that. I don't have a banner, but
I'll introduce it. Y'all know what was going on this week. College State versus Colorado. The two in-state rivals are playing this week. So Colorado State coach Jay Norvell feeling a little lonely. Ain't nobody paying attention to him. Oh, somebody, what about me? Well, okay, Jay. Well, we decided to pay attention because Jay decided to take little shots at Deion Sanders by saying, my mama taught me better than that. My mama taught me when I'm talking to grown people to take my hat and my shades off and talk to people. So, Jay, dude, I don't know, Coach, some tell me Jay did this on purpose. I mean, Jay had to know making this statement was going to send sounds around the world and people was going to be all over him. I mean, he had to know this. So either A, Jay, you a complete and uninformed moron, or you did this on purpose, hoping to bring some attention to your program. Well, I hope you got the attention you wanted, Jay, but you just, like I said, you just wrote a few checks that your boys on that field probably not going to be able to cash. And like I say, you just better hope nobody come on that sideline and mess you up too and try to say by accident. Oops, by accident, we ran into the coach and flipped them up and had you on the ground. Just something, because you pissed off a lot of folks in Colorado, Jay. I'm talking about students. Dion probably don't care what you say. Dion probably just laughing it off. But you definitely pissed off the students because they love their Coach Prime. They coming for you, Jay. Just be ready.
Well, go ahead, Armani.
Dude, like, what has Colorado State? I mean, I get it, it's an in-state rival, but man, y'all, this ain't, stop it. You act like this is not Alabama, LSU, Georgia, Auburn, Georgia, South Carolina. This ain't that type of rivalry, bro. You get stomped every time for the most part. You definitely gonna get stomped today. I just want you to know that. Let's get it out of the way, because you definitely, if Deion decide he want to go to 70, hey, Coach Prime, go for it. Go to 70, because this dude here, like, you a coach. It's okay to have your hat and your shades on. You, especially when you go in the middle of the field shaking hands, you're gonna have a hat and shades on because the sun is beaming down on you. First of all, so what are you talking about? But I digress. Go ahead, Coach.
I'm looking at it as before this game came about, who cared about Colorado versus Colorado State? Nobody. There's a game on the schedule. Now, look at all the attention it's got. Look at the attention. And Norvell, he was a little slick with his comments, but he had a plan to get his players on people to watch the game and to watch his players. Who knows?
Yeah.
Something might come up. Because even though Colorado, now let's just hope Dion don't throw his hat up in there like Montgomery. Could get real ugly then. If you throw that hat in there, because that's called the troops out to come out there and take Colorado State out of the knee and hurt them. We better hope that didn't happen, but it's going to be bad enough. I mean, it's going to be interesting, that game, because
I can find a
Yeah, I can just imagine Dion meeting him at half. I mean, at the 50-yard line, the end of the game, and taking his hat off and taking his mask off and shaking his hand, saying, "Good game, coach. Good game, coach," and just looking at him and just shaking his hand and just rolling with him, and then walking away. And Tony Norval, Coach Norval, looking like, "Oh, dog, I didn't know it was gonna be all that." Yes, you did, Coach. And let's hear what the nation, because the nation is fired up on this one. This one got a lot of comments, possibly so. So let's go back. Wait a minute.
Here we come with the comments, though.
Armani, Marisa, you need to give Big Al a hug during the break.
Wait, hold on. Let's stay right here for a second. Hold on. University of Miami. Mario Cristobal. Sir, what have y'all done? Ever? Well, I'm gonna say ever. Let's say within the past 5 years. What happened? Oh, I know what happened. Last time we played y'all, I mean, y'all you want to go there, we can go there, I'm just saying, but hey.
No comment. We gonna move on.
Y'all not no major, you're not top 10.
We gonna move on. Jerome said, let me see. Jerome said there's nothing there but good entertainment talk between Norvell and Prime. It's a non-issue. It's all entertainment. I'm
gonna
sure
be entertainment tonight.
I'm sure Mr. Coach Norvell could have done it another way, but Timothy Sago's channeled his inner rock. Jay better know his role and shut his mouth. Again, see, this is why they had to drum up interest, because Colorado State hadn't beat Colorado in like 10 years. And that the only win Colorado got last year? Probably so. I think
they only won one game last year.
Yep. Tony Cesarini, fellas, what's going on, Tony?
What's up, Tony?
What's going on? Maurice said Colorado State was 3-8 last year. He's a rebel without a cause. Tony said nobody. But hey, look at it this way. Colorado State had a better record than Colorado last year. Interesting, but not this year. Tony said that Colorado only has attention because of Dion. Well, of course. Nobody knew that college before him. Jerry said, yeah. Oh, Lord. Jerry said Coach Norvell is asking for when does he coach his team to the college playoff. Now, Jerry, not many teams have made it to the playoff. Maybe to the bowl game. Tony said, Red, you a comedy, of course. Jerome said, I can't believe the public made it a talking point, but people love fake drama. No, Jerome, I think
Jay Norvell made it a talking point.
He made it a talking point. If he had just said, we're going to go out there and going to play hard and going to do this and do that, different story. But he didn't say that. He decided to do his thing. Tony said, ooh, let's see. He said, you got that, Red, gonna be fun to watch tonight. Kevin Kelly said, any given Saturday.
Yeah, all right, Kevin. Good way Colorado State ain't winning.
Gonna be a lot of giving this Saturday.
Yeah, that's gonna be tonight. They play at 10.
Prime time.
Game
Dion ain't losing on ESPN.
No.
Mark, I'm sorry. Hey, good afternoon, Mark. He said Mark? Jerome's in the house. Good afternoon, Mark.
What's up, Mark?
All right. Let's see. All right, so that one is going to be an interesting game. And if Colorado State can actually keep it close, they will earn everybody's respect. And I did use that magic word, if they can keep it close, because I'm sure that Dion is going to try, if he has the capability to run up the score and try to bust Colorado in the forehead. I'm sure State in the forehead. I'm sure he is. He's going to come out there fired up. All right. Let's move on. We do have the updated standings for the NCAA picks, if I can find them. Oh, there we go. All right, here are the updated standings. This week, Red was 4-2. Rev and myself was 3-3. And Armani was 2-4. So the overall standings has myself leading at 5-4. Red and Rev are right knocking at the door at 4-5. And Armani is outside in the yard at 2-7. But
Where he
Armani,
usually is when he making the picks.
here's your chance to make a comeback because we have several games on the slate for you. And here's your chance to turn the corner. As a matter of fact, Armani, let me do this for you because we're going to make sure that we give you motivation to come back. All right, here we go.
We're going to play some Alabama music.
No, I don't have any Alabama. I wish I did. All right. Armani, we got some nice pick-up music for you to help you out. And Nation, feel free to submit your picks as well for these college games today. We have at least 6 or 7. Start with you, Armani. Minnesota against number 20 North Carolina. Who you got?
North Carolina.
Any reason why?
They at home. They at Chapel Hill.
All right. Red.
Well, yeah, I want to go a little complicated, but really, it's that simple because if they was in Minnesota, I promise you, I would be taking Minnesota. It's something about Drew May's coach that I just don't trust. I know he's suited to be a top pick coming out of the draft, but we gonna see how this season progresses. I don't trust in them. If the Falcons have a chance to grab a quarterback in next year's draft, this better not be the guy they looking at. But we'll see. I'm picking North Carolina only because they're at home. I mean, I don't trust them. Coach, this ain't that's the basketball team. That's the football team.
Oh, y'all don't want to pick the fighting PJ Flex of Minnesota? Didn't think they have a chance, huh? All right. Let's see who the nation picked. Jerome said he was 5-1 last week. We have to see proof. Jerry, let's see, Maurice said North Carolina, and Jerome says North Carolina. All right, I'm gonna make it unanimous.
North Carolina got Drake May, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You have Drake May.
He for sure. Drake May is for sure.
You did hear me say I don't trust him.
All right.
All right.
I mean, out of all the top quarterbacks, he's my least favorite. But he's all right now. He's better than most of these college quarterbacks. I'm just saying
I'm going to go with North Carolina as well. We're going to make it North Carolina. All right, next game.
I think he's the Mitch Trubisky of all the quarterbacks. That's what I think.
Oh, Lord.
He got a better arm. Well, all right.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah.
Kansas City, Missouri, Red. Who you got?
Kansas City, Missouri, who just started right now. K-State playing somebody in the SEC. Man, good, they would do it. I can't even see stats of what any of these teams looking like. Oh Lord, I'm gonna trust the ranked team. Missouri could upset them at home. I'm gonna go with the ranked team. I'm gonna go with K-State over Missouri because I want to be able to check out Missouri's numbers and stuff and see what they've been looking like all year. They at home. The K-State, you number 15. You better play like a number 15. I'm gonna take K-State, coach.
Red. Armani. I'm sorry, Armani.
I'm gonna take K-State. You know, they don't do very well against SEC teams. You know, but yeah, I'm gonna take K-State. I trust a ranked team versus a non-ranked team.
Okay, I'm gonna go with K-State as well. Let me get this game out the way because they have already about to kick off. LSU.
I feel better now that coach picked K-State.
LSU against Mississippi State.
LSU.
Armani.
Man, Yeah, we gotta stop putting LSU in the pick'ems. Yeah, I'm gonna go with LSU. I'm gonna go with LSU.
All right.
LSU, y'all better not let Mississippi State beat y'all.
LSU is favored by 9 points, 9.5.
Okay.
Red.
Hey, this game in Mississippi, ain't it?
Yep, in Mississippi State.
They undefeated. And they gonna stay undefeated at home too. I'm not a Brian. I know Brian Kelly. He just.
Nah, that's y'all boy. Wait. That's y'all boy though.
No, that's real boy. I
hope you watching, Rev. This your boy.
This not red boy now. I mean, I'm not a fan of the Kelly brothers. I think they all offense and no defense, and that no defense is gonna cost them today because they in the Lions Den in Mississippi, and Mississippi State going for a 3-0 record at home. And Brian Kelly, if you come in there without any defense whatsoever, they're gonna take advantage. You just gonna open it up for them. So, and the way you played against Florida State, like I say, you still got to prove it to me, Brian Kelly. I don't think you got the juggernaut that you think that you have at LSU. Not yet. And since I don't believe that you have the juggernaut that you think you have, I'm not trusting you as of yet. Not Ole Miss, but Mississippi State. Come on, Mississippi.
All right. Let me see what the nation said.
Come on, who with me, man? Who with me?
All right, Jerry said back to the first pick, Kansas State.
Okay. Yeah.
Jerome said Kansas State. The president said he's taking Missouri.
Oh, man.
Presidential upset special.
Why that had to be your upset special? Sorry, on Missouri.
He's feeling to win his chest. Jerry said LSU. Maurice said LSU. Jerome said LSU. So Red looks like island with LSU.
They got me on the island.
With Mississippi State on the island.
Oh, my bad. I thought we was the NFL network. My bad.
All right. Tennessee versus Florida.
Oh, have mercy.
Red, who you got? Tennessee versus Florida.
I tell you who I don't have. Florida. I'm not trusting Florida. I don't care. They in Gainesville. They could be in Gainesville, Jacksonville, Fort Lauderdale. Who I don't have is Florida. Tennessee all the way. Tennessee's probably going to be our best game because they're the only team I'm a little concerned about. I tell you who I ain't concerned about is that wannabe cocktail party they think they're going to have this year. It ain't going to be a cocktail party. It's going to be a hen dog party because that's what we're going to be drinking on down there. Pour that hen up. So we're going to be beating them down for halftime, you know it. Florida ain't going to be drinking down there in Florida. Coach is going to be leaving the game at halftime. So like I say, in Florida, but Tennessee, they're just a better team. I'm taking Tennessee. I have no faith in the Gators this year after that first game I saw versus Utah.
Armani?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Tennessee. Them Gators. The Billy Napier still, that's the coach, right?
Who was that?
Florida's coach is Billy Napier, right?
Yep.
Yeah, not for long. Not for long. I'm going to go Tennessee.
All right, I'm going Tennessee as well. That's going to be pretty easy to pick. Let's see what the nation's saying. Jerry said Tennessee. Maurice said Tennessee. Jerome says Tennessee. So it's a clean sweep with Tennessee for that one. That one looked like it's going to be boat race ugly before it gets started. Florida, it's going to be, if you ain't a Gator, you're Gator bait. Well, look like they're going to be Gator bait today. Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Washington against the Fighting Male Chuckers of Michigan State. Who you got, Armani? Washington against the Fighting Male Chuckers. Will they play for their coach?
No. L. Been taking L's all week. We'll take one today too. Washington.
Red.
Yeah. I know we in Michigan State's backyard, but they're playing against one of the Heisman hopefuls in Phoenix this year. Washington State coaches are gonna be real. Like I say, ain't no drama going on in Washington State. We got drama going on in Michigan State. Washington State ain't had no distractions all week. All they've been doing is focusing on Michigan State. Michigan State don't have distractions out the wazoo, and that's why Michael Penix and the boys gonna come down there and put it on them. I know they Michigan State just hired a new black head coach, and congratulations to you, buddy. Coach, what's your man's name again?
The new coach in
Hassan
Michigan,
Reddick.
where?
I think Hassan Reddick or something. Michigan State
Michigan
head
State?
coach. Yeah, they hired an intern.
Oh, I don't know who the interim is. I have to look it up.
It's a brother, but I hate the brother gonna get beat down today. But good luck to you going forward. But you ain't gonna be ready for Washington State today. Washington.
All right, and Michigan State is not ready. And I don't think anybody's ready for Washington because they got Michael Penix Jr. is annihilating people right now, and he's one of the top ones. So, let's see, Harlan Barnett, that's his name. Harlan Barnett, that's the new coach. So, baptism by fire today. You're going against the number 8 team in the country. So, good luck, Mr. Barnett. Let's see. The Nation has. My bad. Let me click back over. It's unanimous again. Maurice throw Washington. Jerome said Washington, and Jerry said Washington. So it's unanimous Washington across the board as far as winning that game. The last game, everybody's favorite team, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, traveling to old Oxford, Mississippi, to take on number 17, Ole Miss. Red with the fighting Lane Kiffins put it on Georgia Tech.
Yeah, Lane Pippins are gonna put it on Tech. Tech, who can barely survive some of the teams they playing, unless it's just a more of a cupcake than they are. But if it ain't a cupcake like them, they ain't got to change. And Ole Miss ain't no cupcake. It's an SEC favorite. So sorry, Tech. Just pretend like you playing us, and just know you going into the game with no chance whatsoever. Ole Miss coach.
Armani.
Oh, poor Tech. Yeah, this is gonna get ugly. Ole Miss, Lane is gonna put it on him. Lane, don't get upset by Tech now. Get upset by Tech, you're gonna be on the hot seat. And you know what? That'll be fine because you can always come on back home.
Oh,
That's probably where y'all gonna go anyway once they retire.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna go Ole Miss as well. I don't see this being close. Maurice said Ole Miss. Wait a minute, Jerry said Georgia Tech, my team. Let's go. All right,
Jerry being a homer.
All right, that's an upset pick. And Jerome said the Ramblin' Wreck will break down Ole Miss for the win. So we got one Georgia Tech and one lone survivor. We'll see how they do if they can pull out a victory and come and get them. All right. We approach halftime. When we come back from halftime, we got the Braves report, we got the HBCU report, and we got 5 for 5, and we got the NFL pick'em. So stay tuned. We got more to come. So everybody just, like I said, just hang with us for a minute. We're going to go into halftime, and we'll be back. So don't change that dial. We're coming right back. Let's see here. As soon as I can get to halftime, it's hanging around. All right. Halftime. All right. We're back. And wait a minute. We're back. We're live again. We're back. We're gonna jump right into the HBCU report. Red, get ready. We pull
All
up these
right.
games. Let me get the music going for the HBCU picks. All right, here we go, Red.
All right. Bethune from the SWAC today. We got Bethune. Oh no, already Bethune Cookman lost to Miami on Thursday. All right, Mauricio, pretty happy about that. Next, we got Florida State versus Grambling State. No, Florida Memorial versus Grambling State. My apologies. We got Miles College versus UACD. We got West Florida versus Florida A&M. Pull up, coach.
Hold on.
Bap, 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 bap. Bap, bap, bap.
There we go.
Okay, we got McNeese and coach, don't be mad. Alcorn State.
That's right.
Okay,
Alcorn State.
Alcorn State and McNeese. All right, next. All right, next from the SWAC. Still in the SWAC, we got Texas Southern versus Rice. We got Prairie View versus A&M. No, sorry, we got Prairie View A&M versus SMU. We got Alabama A&M versus Michelle Harris alma mater Southern. We got coaches alma mater MVSU Mississippi Valley State versus Delta State. We got Jackson Kelly alma mater Jackson State versus Texas State. Next. All right, now we in the MEAC division. We got Norfolk State versus Temple. We got Delaware State versus Richmond. We got Hampton versus Howard. We got NC Central versus UCLA. Must be a money game. We got Townsend versus Morgan State.
All right.
Now in the SIAC, we got Tuskegee versus Central State. Lane versus Benedict. Albany State versus Rails alma mater. Morehouse. We got Arkansas Flying Bluff versus Miles. We got Allen versus Kentucky State. We got Fort Valley versus Edward Waters. We got Shannon Sharp's old stomping ground, Savannah State versus Clark Atlanta. We got Bowie State versus Shaw. Well, we in the CIAA conference now. We got St. Augustine versus Virginia State. We got Fayetteville State versus Lincoln. Johnson C. Smith is battling Bluefield State today. Livingstone versus Virginia Union. And Winston-Salem State, Stephen A. Smith alma mater versus Elizabeth City State.
All right.
And that concludes the HBCU report. Good luck, team, and go.
All right. That's our HBCU picks today. Hopefully everybody can get out. Hopefully the weather can hold up in these places and people can go out and support their HBCU if you're attending one, or just go to the game and enjoy the football game. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, Red, you back to back, because now we are coming up with the Braves report, and hopefully it'll be a better Braves report than last week, and I'm sure it is. Let's go.
It's game time. It's GT.
What's up, everybody? Red coming back at you with the Braves report. And as you can tell from my attire, my hat, a little backwards hat, looking like Ken Griffey Jr., Braves are celebrating this week. We are the division champs once again. 6 straight. Dating all the way back to 2018. I think that was Snit's first year, I think. So sniffing on the ball since we made him a manager. But it was a good week. We clinched in Philadelphia this week. Won 3 out of 4, not surprisingly. Still trying to figure out how we lost the one of the games. But anyway, the bullpen been a little shaky right now. But we coming down to stretch month. of the season. We're giving a lot of pitchers opportunity to see you got something we can work with this year or next year. So don't pay attention to some of these bad performances because some of these pitchers won't even be on the team in the playoffs, thankfully. So right now we just trying to see who we gonna take with us to the playoffs, who's playoff ready, who's not, who we gonna bring back to the team next year, who we want. That's all we doing for these next few weeks. Just going through the motions and just trying to keep everybody healthy. We played the Marlins last night. I had a 6-4 victory to Pierre came in the 7th inning and just pretty much got beat down with a 5-run 7th inning. So trying not to pay too much attention to some of these games because the Marlins fighting for something now. We not. So I don't know. I think this is the crutch when you clinch early now. You just hanging on. You're just going through the motions to the end of the season. But still, I'm proud of my Braves. I know Rev and Coach and Armani are proud of the Braves. Going for our 2nd ring in 3 years. So all we can do is sit back, chill out, and wait for this postseason run to begin. The journey for the 3rd ring begins in a few weeks. And I cannot just be more happy with the Braves for this regular season. I mean, these offensive numbers that you put up, having us looking like the Yankees back in the day. I mean, these are some very impressive offensive numbers. We got it. Hopefully a National League MVP and waiting and Ron Acuna. And if Acuna wasn't going to win, it will probably be Matt Olson. So like I say, we're just talent all around this team from the top front office all the way to the bottom of the organizations. It's just a beacon to behold. And we just love our Braves. We respect our Braves. And we're waiting for the Hawks and the Falcons to reach the pinnacle of where our Braves are at. So, good job, Braves. Congratulations. And this is just the beginning.
All right. Yeah, the Braves are looking good. And I found out that Ronald Acuna, they talked to Eric Davis on the Eric Young, I'm sorry, on the radio, and he said Ronald Acuna had 4 goals: World Series, MVP, Gold Glove, and Stolen Base Championship. He looked like he got 3 out of 4. We're gonna see if he can get that 4th one in the World Series. He pretty much have, I think, locked down all the other ones because he's probably gonna get a Gold Glove. He got the Stolen Base title. MVP, I don't see, if he don't get the MVP, something is very wrong with the voting and it's slanted or something.
That series with the Dodgers to me kind of clinched it because he went toe to toe with Mookie and he won.
Yeah, and he hadn't finished.
Mookie got hurt after that series, didn't he?
I believe so. Here's the thing, though. Now the goal is, can he get to 40-70? Which has never been done. 40 home runs, 70 RBI, 70 stolen bases. He's right on the cusp. And here's a question, Red. If he gets there, do you take him out for the rest of the year?
It depends on where we at, how many more games we got left once he gets there. If it's like maybe 2 or 3 games left, I would go to him first and see how he's feeling. I mean, you'll never want to mess with the psyche of a player, especially a player going in such a rhythm like Ron. So you go to him first and see where he's at. If he said he doesn't mind a couple of days off, to relax his body to get ready for playoffs, fine. I said him ain't no more he can do to win the MVP. The MVP is his. So I would always check with my player first because it's the players whose bodies are going through the rhythm of the game and who players who know their body the best. And if he thinks he needs to sit down for a day or two, fine. If he thinks he needs to just stay in rhythm and stay active, some players like that too. I mean, I can't remember the last time Matt Olson had a day off since he's been with the Braves.
Yeah.
So it's just I think it's just all on the players' approach. We just snitch, just go talk to him and see where he's feeling. If Ron say he can use a couple of days, fine. If he say no, I'm fine. I want to keep rolling. Hey, let him in there. But if you feel there comes a moment where you see like I need to protect the player from himself, then snitch. You the manager, you the authority figure. You make the call.
All right. Jared Martin has said, congratulations, division champions Atlanta Braves. More work to be done. Yeah, they want that World Series. And Thomas, the president, said the Braves are 5 games ahead of Orioles for home field advantage with 14 games left. So, yeah, once you clinch all that, you may want to just shut him. But like you say, it depends on how he feels. If he says he wants to sit out and he's okay with it, then let him sit out. If he's not, let him keep playing. You know, you don't want to disrupt anything this time of year because it's the Braves championship to lose. That they can only hurt themselves. I don't think any team can beat them. I think they can beat themselves right now. So that bullpen, they got to work. Winston Thornton, what's up, Winston? What's going on, fellas? What's going on, Winston? All right. I don't know where Armani is. He probably had to deal with the boys. So we're going to move on. We're going to go into our 5 for 5 is where we take 5 topics, spend a little time on them, and condense the time. Once we get to a certain time, then we go back from the solo screen to the split screen, and we talk about the topics at hand. Let me find the music because I don't want the VP to jump on me saying y'all didn't have any music, but we got the music right here.
I got 5 on it.
All right, get ready, Red. First topic.
I'm ready. Hit me with it.
First topic, load management. In the NBA, they came up with some new rules. What's your thoughts on that load management?
I think they're trying to do whatever they can to make sure these players aren't wasting folks hard-earned tax money. I mean, you get sick in your stomach when you, as a regular fan, spend your hard-earned money and go to the game, and the players you coming to see are sitting on the bench in street clothes, playing on their phones all during the game, and you like, what's going on? So and so ain't playing because they got a nick this or a nick that, or they just relaxing for the rest of the week because they waiting on another big ESPN game that's coming on at the end of the week they trying to play for. No, that ain't how it works. You an NBA players, you a professional athlete, and we pay our money and we want 82 games. Now, if your butt hurt, fine. If you injured, fine. But to see y'all sitting on the sidelines in street clothes, making love on the phone to your IG freak while we paying our hard-earned money to see your butt play is atrocious. So look here. If you try it this year, you're going to get fined. No, we're not going to have teams with 2 or 3 stars and all 2 or 3 stars sitting out. No, we expect to see somebody on that court that we paid our money to come see. And if you try it, you're going to get fined and you're going to get punished. And I hope it ruins your team because we are sick of this entitled bull crap from these entitled NBA players who wish they were the NBA players of yesteryear and before. These guys are not even close to the players back in the day. There's a lot of me. It's all about me and all this softness. And coach, I wish we had some tough guys like we had before back in the NBA.
All right. Let's see what the nation said. Winston Thornton said it's about time they rein in the load management. It was getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Kevin laughed about it and what you said. And the president said the concept of load management is a load of, we know what that is. Dog manure. All right.
Let me go to the game and I don't see the play I want to see. I'm raising all kinds of what.
All right. Next topic. Kevin Porter Jr. allegedly has assaulted his girlfriend, and in turn, the Rockets told him, "Have a nice day. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Good night." And I don't know if this ends his NBA career, but it certainly puts it on hold. What's your thoughts, Red?
Now, what exactly did the Rockets do? They went ahead and released him?
Yeah, they waived him. Yep.
Oh, let him go. Okay. Good job, Rockets. Yeah. Dude, because you never know with these teams. Sometimes they'll keep the guy on and make up silly excuses. But dude, if what is reported is being true, you assaulted your girlfriend in her sleep. Dude, are you insane? I mean, first of all, if you put your hands on her and she wasn't asleep, that would be bad. enough. But dang, you assaulting her in her sleep. Dang, she made you that mad. You had to beat her up while she was taking a nap. Dude, you are crazy, man. You are crazy. And the Rockets were right to get rid of you. And boy, you need help. Now you're a young guy now, so time is now to get help, Kevin Porter. Because if you don't get help now, buddy, you're done. We ain't nobody gonna care about you in the future. You're a grown man, dude. And what you doing? Like I say, only reason we kind of hoping you try to get a little help is because you're a young kid. I don't know how old he is, coach, but I'm telling you, boy, you better get this stuff in order. You try to anything past today, ain't nobody gonna care what's going on with you. You better get the help. You better take this as a learning lesson, Kevin. You can't be abusive. You cannot be going out here putting your hands on women, especially when they sleep. Why are you crazy? Girl, sleeping, you beating on her like that. Get it together, Kevin. You better fix your life. Anything else happen like this, boy, ain't nobody gonna care what happened to you. Your own family won't even care. This is an embarrassing stain on you, your family, your team, and everybody around you. Get it together, Kevin. Fix your life, buddy. Because this is not good.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous for you to take your hands and put on a woman. I always tell the people that do that stuff, how would you feel if it was your mom or daughter or sister or somebody like that? Put yourself in that situation because it's not good. All right, let me see what the nation got to say. Jerry said, certain players in the NBA are weak. I'm down with the old school NBA player. They played 82 games unless they got really hurt. Otis Taylor, hey Otis, 8 viewers is not. I don't know what that means. Jerry said, you can't hit or put your hands on a woman, period. It's simple as that. That's just stupid. You know, you make your bed. When you do something like that, it's time to go. Have a nice day. Go find you another team. All right. Next topic. Are running backs overvalued?
Well, after what we saw with the Giants on Sunday night, it's getting to. I know we had this discussion in the off season, but when you see, you remember all off season long, you had running backs. We had a running back coalition getting together discussing how running backs and the value of running backs in the NFL going forward and today. But coach, when you see what we saw Sunday night with the Cowboys, I mean, you got to kind of understand what these teams are meaning when they're not trying to put big money into the running back position. Because once you go down by a certain number of points, your running back is really become useless. I'm saying the Giants, Saquon Barkley couldn't save the Giants once they got down to the Cowboys like that. The only person that could have saved the Giants is the quarterback. And Daniel Jones ain't that type of quarterback who can bring the Giants out of a fire. He can put them in a fire, but he can't bring them out the fire. And the top quarterbacks are the ones that even if they put you in a fire, they can bring you out of it. One thing I say about Kirk Cousins, he might start a lot of the fires, but sometimes he possibly can bring you out the fire with his play. And that's why he gets some of the respect he does, but not saying because Kirk messes up too. But the quarterbacks that can save you more than hurt you are the ones that we don't mind putting you in the fire. And Daniel Jones, dude, you can't start fires because you can't put many of them out. So, and if the running back can't help it, then the Giants are going to be looking crazy. And they paid Daniel Jones franchise quarterback money, but he's not a franchise quarterback. They should have paid him they need to have a system to where just the top tier quarterbacks get the big money. The mid-level quarterbacks should just get mid-level money. So where you're not, strong arming the whole team, because your quarterback who can't put out a lot of fires is getting a lot of money. And that's why they need to stop. Just because you're a starting quarterback and your contract is up, don't mean it's time to break the bank if you're not that guy. So yeah, Daniel, we knew your contract was up, but the Giants should not be breaking the bank on you because you're not that quarterback that can put out a lot of fire.
Yeah, well, and then you look at the game Thursday night. DeAndre Swift said, I'm going to bring value back to the running backs. He ran for 175 yards. Now, here's the thing. Like somebody asked, is that just a one-game thing for Swift? Or are the Eagles gonna turn to him to try to do that every night. Personally, I don't think he's gonna get 28 carries a game. Not with Jalen Hurts back there. But this, hey, it happened. They saw that formula that Minnesota wasn't stopping the run. So they say, hey, we're going to keep on beating it until they stop it. And they never could stop it, judging by what he did running the football. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out down the stretch as far as running backs. Are they going to have a renewal? Or are they people just going to say, hey, the quarterback is the one? But like you said, you can't pay quarterbacks that much money and they don't do anything with it. And they don't win games for you. So we'll see. All right. Top 3 cursed teams. It doesn't matter what sport. What team do you know of that are cursed and will never probably win another title in their sport? What 3?
Well, let's see. You would have to put the Jets as one of them after this week. I got the Mets in baseball, and basketball. I'm gonna say the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Well,
Like Armani said, I think they are. I mean, I just don't see basketball being me. Like I said, Anthony Edwards a big star. You see Anthony Edwards being there. Let's say you see Anthony Edwards being in Minnesota the next 5 years.
No, he's not gonna be there.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. And if he's not there, that means Karl Anthony Towns not there. And that means all of that whole experiment with Towns and all these guys would have been for naught because you're going back into the doghouse. It's just, I mean, like I say, certain teams shouldn't have basketball. Basketball just needs to be in certain cities across the country. And there's just certain areas of the country where I don't think the NBA will excel. And I think Minnesota might be one of them. Utah might be another, but that's just far as NBA goes. The Jets, like I say, the Jets been trying to win the Super Bowl since Joe Namath was there. It was 1960 since the last time the Jets won. It's 2023 now, and like I say, you saw what happened this week to Aaron, and they just feel like no matter what quarterback they have, there's always something's going to go wrong at the quarterback position. There's always something going wrong at the quarterback position. And it means something always going wrong with the team. The quarterback is the most important position on the team.
Okay. Yeah, those teams you mentioned are in pretty bad shape. I remember people talking about the Atlanta Falcons because they built on church ground. Somebody said whatever that's why they're cursed. I don't know if that's gonna manifest itself, but we'll see coming up. They got a chance to change that, but everybody talking about they built that stadium on church ground, so they'll never win. So it's gonna be who else would I throw in there? Let's see.
Your Cleveland Browns in your division?
Well, I don't know. Cleveland I don't know if it's a curse. They just have bad luck in picking coaches. Look like sometimes they don't pick. They have some talent, but don't know if the coaching situation is gonna be good there. But and the Jets, yeah, everybody's saying the Jets because of their history of quarterbacks. After Joe, none of them have done anything, won anything. Would you put your boy in there, the Shanahan curse?
No, because I mean Mike. Oh, you talking about Kyle?
Yeah.
No, because Kyle them still win. I mean, Kyle can't get over the hump in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But he'll get you there now. If you want to say championship curse. Yeah, but I just don't think he's all together cursed because the man team's winning every year.
All right, let's go to the nation. They're gonna go back to the topic. Winston said they should have paid Saquon first before anything. Daniel Jones is not that dude, which we are finding out easily. And Jerry said running backs have to protect themselves. Their off-season workouts have made them tougher, stronger, and faster. you have to be that guy to bring value to the position. You know, they're gonna have to do something to get that position. All right, last topic. Jim Trotter came up with some racial allegations against the owner of the Bills and Jerry Jones, disparaging, talking about blacks in the sport. Your thoughts, Red?
Uh, I feel for Jim Trotter, coach, because I don't think he should have lost his job. I think they probably should have brought him back, but he might have made his own bed when he decided to investigate the NFL. You know, and investigate certain things because I mean, if you are employed by the NFL and you're gonna do an investigative report on them, you know, you kind of biting the hand and feed you. But at the same time, I mean, it's a tough situation because he was employed by the NFL, but he wants to document and report about things that's going on behind the scenes in the NFL. Now, personally, Jim, if I was Jim, coach, I probably would have got my contract renewed first before I started my investigative report. You know, make sure you get your money first, then you go on and do your due diligence. But to start this investigative reporting before your contract was renewed, I think might have been a misstep by Jim. Even though I respect Jim, I think he's a great reporter, especially for black issues in sports altogether. Like I said, I think he's a respectable reporter. I hope he gets another job at another media outlet. But if you're going to investigate the NFL and you're employed by the NFL, well, Jim, you kind of biting your hand and feed you. And Roger Goodell, I know he sound like he's just nice guy in public, but dude is a tough one. He's just got behind the scenes, and you're not gonna go against him and think he's gonna help you keep your job, no matter how nice he's acting on first take with Stephen A. Smith. So I think it's a tough situation with Jim because I think he's one of the top sports reporters we have out here. But Jim, when you're investigating Jera and the guy in Buffalo, these guys with power, they're gonna yield their power. And if getting rid of you means they stay in power, then Jim, like you just fell on the axe, my brother. But I respect you, and I know you'll find another. I know you'll find another gig where you get your voice out there, and good luck to you. But I just think battling the NFL when you needed them to renew your contract might not have been the best move.
Okay. Yeah. Where there's smoke, there's fire, I guess. We'll see how they handle it going forward. And I don't think, like you said,
now Jerry and the Buffalo guy was going to deny the allegation.
Of course, they're not going to lose their jobs either. So, we'll see. All right, that was 5 for 5, ladies and gentlemen. 5 topics. 5.
Any comments on Jim Trotter?
Nothing on Trotter.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, let me pull this up if I can. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. And this is going to be one of the more interesting races this year as far as the NFL picks.
Uh-oh.
Armani had to leave, and I almost understand why he had to leave. He had a family emergency. But
everything okay with the boys?
And that's what he was dealing with, the boys.
Okay.
So
all right, Armani, we hope everything works out with them, but make sure you get your picks in. You and Rev get your picks in. Me and Coach finna pick ours now.
Yeah, I had to make sure he gets his picks in. Let me see something. Wait a minute. Okay, so all right. Here are the standings as far as the picks. Red is leading the pack at 8-7, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in second place at 7-8. Rev is in third place, 6-9. And Armani, unfortunately, is in last place at 5-10. Armani,
you used to say that.
if you listen, it's okay, Armani. Only thing I can say is it's a marathon, not a sprint. So don't get discouraged after one week. You can still make the comeback. Yeah,
Now, if you see it down there in 4 weeks, I get discouraged.
yeah, so you got to make sure you get your picks in. Don't miss any week of getting your picks in because
That's what happened to him last year.
Yeah, it's gonna get real ugly. And
I'm gonna stay on today to make sure you get them in. Cause I don't want no fluke win like that. I want all the picks so we can tally them up.
That's right. We don't want any slippage. So Armani, I told him before he left, get your picks in. All right, let's get the music together. And Nation,
right, y'all. Better pick these NFL games.
Yep. All right, here we go. Raiders versus the Buffalo Bills. Who you got, Red?
I tell you what, Buffalo, you better win this game. If y'all start off 0-2, you think Stephon D is mad now, lose this game to the Raiders. He's going to be doing more on the sideline and telling Josh Allen to keep your head in the game. He probably can get out the game or get me out of town. Because I know he's trying to stay over there and not win. I'm just saying, this would be a bad look if they start 0-2 and then they at home. So I think the Bills gonna bounce back this week from that debacle with the Jets. I think they'll beat the Raiders at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bills as well. Josh Allen, I think he's gonna flip the script and say, "Hey, we gotta win this one because we, like you said, we started 0-2. It's still plenty of time, and the mental thing is gonna be on top of them."
Yeah.
All right, let's see what the Nation says. Jerry says Buffalo. Dana, what's up, Dana? Dana said the Bills. Winston said the Bills. All right, that's game number one. Number two, this is an interdivision rivalry. This is going to be an interesting game. The Ravens against the Bengals. I'm going to pick first, and I'm going to go with I don't think the Bengals can afford to start 0-2, especially losing another division game. That'll put them at 0-2 in the division. So I think they're going to bounce back against the Ravens. The Ravens secondary is a little banged up, and Joe Burrow lights them up every time he plays them. So I'm going to go with the Bengals. Red?
Yeah, since they're at home, since they need to win, no one start 0-2, even though 0-2 Cincinnati, I'm not worried about it at all because you got Joe Burrow. But they don't want to start 0-2, and they won't start 0-2. They take care of the Ravens at home. Like you say, Joe Burrow always has good luck against this team. The Ravens, not too sold on their offense too much last week. It's still a work in progress. Defense, like I said, the Ravens got a few injuries going on their team too, so that's going to hurt them a little bit. So I'm definitely taking Cincinnati.
All right. Let's see here. Let me go to the Nation and see what they say. All right. Dana said Ravens. Whoa, he picking the Ravens. Jerry says Cincinnati. Winston says Cincinnati. So we got one Ravens pick out of the group. All right, that's going to be interesting to see how the Ravens made the comeback. All right, next game, which is probably the best game of the week. The Chiefs and the Jaguars. Who you got, Red?
Dang. This is a tough one right here. Because Kansas City, another team, don't want to start 0-2. Didn't think they were going to start 0-1. And now you're going to two ball, going down there in that action. That's one of the. They don't got that place revved up down at the Jags are back.
Yeah.
Man, I know that stadium's going to be rocking. But think about the Jags. They still a young team, and they still prone to make young mistakes. Like I said, that game last week against them, it shouldn't have been as close as it was. But the Jags, for some reason, just keep teams in the game. And if you keep the Chiefs in the game, the Chiefs might go ahead and win the game. Man, Coach, this is a tough one right here. You're right to label it this game of the week.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna stay with my homeboy. I know Red will be on me, but I'm not hating. But I'm gonna go with the home team. I'm gonna go with the Jags. I know the Chiefs will bounce back from 0-2. That won't kill them. But the Jags can use this type of start right here. 2-0 start, and you beat the Chiefs with it. But they'll be rocking down and deep ball. I'm gonna pull for the party, coach. Jags get it this week. Big upset over the conference rival Chiefs.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs because they not desperate, but they get Kelsey and Chris Jones back this week, so that's gonna give them a little boost. Now, how effective will they be? That's a different story. Will they be as effective? We'll see. But I'm gonna go with the chefs, as I call them. All right, let's see what the nation got. Jerry says yeah, they said Cincinnati. Okay, Dana said the Chiefs. Jerry said Jacksonville, along with
That's
you.
right, Jerry.
Winston says the Chiefs. Dana says the Chiefs. All right, it's kind of split, so that's going to be a tough game to see who wants it more than in Jacksonville. So Jacksonville got to make a good home showing, I guess. So we'll see how they do. All right, next game. Chargers and the Titans. And this one could be closer than people think. I don't know. But I'm going to go with the Chargers because Justin Herbert is probably going to throw all over that Nashville defense, Tennessee defense, I mean. So I'm going to go with the Chargers. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Titans to represent at home. Chargers, I just don't trust the Chargers. I never have trusted the Chargers. They had Miami on the ropes last week and couldn't put them away. You'll do the same thing with Tennessee. No matter how good or bad the Tennessee team is, the Chargers will keep them in the game, and next thing you know, they'll pull away and kick a field goal to beat the Chargers at the end. Tennessee a little desperate. Mike Vrabel probably want some redemption after folks say he blew the game last week by not going for it on the fourth down. So against the Saints too, yeah, they lost to the Saints. So you know they want some get back. And the Chargers that team to get back with. So I'm gonna go with Tennessee in the upset.
Okay. All right, Tennessee in the upset. Let's see who the nation says. Jerry says Chargers. Dana says Chargers. Winston, Chargers. So it looks like you're on the island by yourself going with Tennessee.
Island by myself. Ow!
How they do. All right, next game. Seahawks versus Lions. This one could be close. The Lions are that team that everybody loves right now. Everybody on the Lion bandwagon. But I guess I'm gonna go with them because the Seahawks. I don't know if they got injuries. I think they still got injuries, maybe. But I'm gonna go with the Lions to pull out the win. All right, Red.
I'm with the Lions too. They gained a lot of momentum with the opening week game against the Chiefs. Now they going home in front of their fans. Want to keep the momentum going. 2-0 start, especially including a victory in front of fans. That's how you do it, Dan Campbell. That's how you keep the fans on your side. That's how you keep the momentum going. Lions.
All right, let's see what we got here. Winston, Lions. Jerry, Lions. Dana, Lions. So it's all across the board. Lions are going to pull it out. All right, next game. Oh boy, this one probably have to stay awake during this game. The Colts and the Texans. Who you got, Red? Could you stay up woke enough to watch and see who wins this one?
In between my nap time, I'll wake up and probably see the Colts winning this one. I know the Texans at home, but the Colts just got the better team. The Texans are just a young, up-and-coming team on the rise. Nico still putting the system in place over there. So I wouldn't look out for the Texans at least until mid-season. Uh, like I say, the Colts. Anthony Richardson didn't play too bad last week. I mean, he did okay, and they got a better supporting cast around him than the Texans have around Stroud. So I'm gonna go with the Colts.
All right. Let's see what the nation said. Um, Jared going for the Texans.
What?
Yeah. Winston says Colts. All right.
That's right, Winston.
Next game. This one is kind of intriguing. The Bears and the Buccaneers. I think this is where Justin Fields picks up win number one. I'm gonna go with the Bears to pull out a win in this one. Oh, and Dana said Texans. So I'm gonna go with the Bears in this one. Red, what about you?
Well, I thought about it going with the Bears. Man, Tampa Bay. The Bears got cooked at home by Green Bay, and now they got to go on the road. But okay, Coach. I'll ride with you. Let me see who's just now. If y'all go down there and can't beat Baker, then yeah, Bears. No, the Packers, you're gonna lose to Jordan Love and Baker Mayfield Fields. Nah, dude. So yeah, it would be imperative for Justin Fields to win against Tampa Bay. I just don't want to hear what folks gonna be saying if you can't win that one. If these are two winnable games, you would have let get by. So Bears on the Bears just to save Justin Fields' career temporarily.
All right, let's see what these guys have to say. Jared says Chicago. Winston says the Bucks. Dana said the Bucks. All right, so it's kind of split down the middle for this game. All right, now next game. Let's see here. See if I can pull it up. If it cooperates. Oh gosh. You may want to go water your plants or cut the grass for this one. Giants and Cardinals. I don't know how you feel about this one.
Giants. I hope no commentary for you. Just Giants. Because they got beat down last week. Can't get no worse than you looked last week. If you can't beat Arizona, Daniel Jones and Saquon, just go away.
This is where the Giants get a turnaround. They get lucky and turn the thing around and say, "Hey, we can get back to 1-1 and make people forget about that awful game against the Cowboys." So this is where you flip the script, and I'm gonna go Giants as well. Let's see. Winston says the Giants. Whoa, Dana says the Cardinals.
Wow. Dana.
He said the Cardinals are gonna win. And Jared said paint dry Giants. All right. Let's see. Next game. 49ers and the Rams. I don't see this one. Even though the Rams won last week, I don't see this one being close at all. I'm going to say 49ers. I don't see this. This could get ugly fast. 49ers.
I'm going to go 49ers, but if the Rams keep the game close, that's going to let me know that they're a better team than we thought. But definitely the 49ers.
All right. Let's see here. Next game. Ooh, the baptism. Jets versus Cowboys. Who's going to win this one?
Well, I'm going to have to go with the upset. Yeah, Dallas, show me that you can be a top defense. Giants had that defense, but the Jets do. And I still think Dak coach is prone for some mistakes. He didn't have to worry last week because it was raining in New York, and they got on top of the Giants and they have to look back. Well, you're going to have to pay attention to the Jets defense, okay? And if Dak, you come out there making mistakes and keep the Jets in the game, Zach Wilson capable of 1 or 2 plays now. And if it's a close game, 1 or 2 plays might be it. Now, it's an upset pick, so I'm not expecting the Jets to win. But if they do, Red gonna be talking some major junk on Monday, boy. There's gonna be a lot of folks talking some major junk about the Cowboys and Dak on Monday too. So Dallas, it will be imperative that you don't lose. But for me, go ahead and lose so it can help my standing. But coach, I'm going with the upset. I'm going with the Jets in the upset because I think the Jets defense is gonna be pumped up because they know they all they got. For us to win anything this year, we got to play our best and get this kid a chance to make one or two plays to win the game. That's all he's capable of. Couple of plays, one or two plays. But you can prove me wrong too, Zach Wilson. Go out there and show us all that you learned something last year. That Chief has actually been inspiring you. We didn't see it last week, but you can show us this week. Yeah.
I just think the Cowboys too much for Zach Wilson right off. He gonna win some game, but I don't think this is gonna be one of them. I'm going with the Cowboys. Let's see. Jerry said New York Jets.
Let's go,
And Winston said Cowboys. So it's split. That one is split down the middle. So we'll see what happens there. Here's one with both teams got something to prove. Commanders, against the Broncos. I'm gonna go with the Russell Wilsons and say they're gonna get their first victory and they're gonna beat the Commanders. Commanders had Arizona last week, so they had a day off. So I'm gonna go with the Broncos to win this game. Who you got?
They had a day off, but they almost lost on their day off too. Because what Arizona was in that game pretty much the whole game.
Yeah.
And now you're going up against a Denver team that needs this victory. So boy, you paying for Peyton and Russell to start 0-2. Can't see it happening. That would not be wise for it to happen. The Denver at home, Peyton and Russell, y'all better get this victory. Denver.
All right. Let's see what the guys say. Jared said Denver. Winston says Denver. So it looks like Denver. We picking Denver to get their first win, and we'll see what happens. All right, the next game. This one's gonna be interesting. I don't know how long. Dolphins and the Patriots. Who you got?
Look, these Dolphins games come down to as long as Tua can stay in the game. So I preface that. My thoughts are prefaced by as long as Tua stays in the game, the Dolphins got a chance to win. If Tua gets hurt, and we know the Patriots gonna be head hunting, and they don't have a chance to. So Tua, yes. No Tua, no. So I think Tua gonna be around, and I think the Dolphins gonna win.
I think the Belichick time is coming to an end. Mac Jones can't save his career, I don't think. And I don't think he can pull anything out of the fire. I'm going to go with the Dolphins as well. They got too much to work with. Let's see what those two guys say. Jerry says Dolphins. Winston says Dolphins. So it looks like Dolphins across the board. All right. This is going to be an interesting matchup. Browns against the Steelers. Steelers look horrible in their first game. Browns look good. But they are in Pittsburgh, and the Browns are struggling against Pittsburgh. And on Monday nights, Mike Tomlin is 19-3. So does that change things, or does it still stay the same and the Browns keep on rolling? Who you got, Red?
Coach, I'm surprised. I'm actually going Cleveland right here.
Okay.
I didn't like the way Pittsburgh looked last week. I didn't like the way Pickett looked against the 49ers last week. And Cleveland, they look good and they decent. They have a solid defense. And Watson played okay. I'm gonna see what Cleveland can see if they can add to this momentum they got from a week 1 win, because Pittsburgh didn't play good. If you want to catch the Steelers sleeping, now is the time. Don't wait till the middle of the season, the end of the year, when they really start playing. If you're gonna get them, you got to get them early. So this is a chance to get them, Cleveland. I'm gonna take Cleveland, Coach.
All right, let's see what the nation says. Jerry said Winston said the Browns. Jerry said Pittsburgh. So it split down the middle. And Dana had said that the Dolphins were going to beat the Patriots. So Pittsburgh game is split down the middle. We'll see what happens. Let me back it up a bit. All right, I forgot about this one. I don't know how I forgot. Packers versus Falcons. This is a game in Atlanta, so Green Bay comes in with the Love Doctor, Jordan Love, to see if he's going to still perform his magic like he did against the Bears. I'm going to go with the Falcons at home only because I think Packers may have an injury or two they're dealing with, but I just don't know how Jordan Love is going to be able to overcome. The Falcon defense has improved, so that might give them a win. So I'm going to go with the Falcons. What you got, Red?
I'm pulling from. I got the Falcons. The Falcons defense showed me a little something last week. By only allowing 10 points to a Carolina team who definitely was trying to score on us. That was very impressive. But now you got a much more prudent and solid offense in Jordan Love and the Love Doctor, because David LaFleur and that coaches, they've been with this kid for a few years now. So it's not like he's just getting there like Bryce Young. So I think it's going to be a little tougher assignment for our defense, but I think they're capable and I think they'll be ready. And we're going to need our quarterback, the Rippler, to make a few more plays than he did last week. Because you can't expect 3 turnovers every week by your free safety. But who knows? It's early. Like I say, the Falcons defense, they might be a defense that generates turnovers on a weekly basis. It might be a defense that keeps the game easy and close for us every week. So I'm still trying to figure my defense out. So we'll see. But I'm thinking my Falcons will win against Green Bay because the defense will be solid and the offense will make just enough plays to get by.
All right. Dana had said the Steelers were going to win. Jerry Martin says Atlanta. Winston says Atlanta. Dana said the Packers. So, Dana, you're on an island by yourself saying the Packers are going to win. But we'll see. It should be a good matchup. We'll see what happens. And the last game on the docket for this week is another Monday night game. They got 2 Monday night games. This is another interdivision matchup between the Saints and the Panthers. Who you got, Red?
Which team do I hate the worst? The Saints. But I'm going with the Panthers. Going with the Panthers over the Saints.
All right, Red takes the Panthers over the Saints. It's another Bryce Young trial game, so we'll see. He should be ready now. He had games on his belt. He done played preseason, and he played last week's so-so numbers. We'll see. That Saints defense is still tough. And Derek Carr threw for, I think, right around 300 yards last time. So I'm going to go with the Saints to win. All right. Let's see here. Jared said Carolina. Winston said Carolina. And Dana says the Saints. All right, ladies and gentlemen, those are our picks for this week. You can judge your picks, keep up with your picks, and we're going to keep up with ours, and then we'll have the new totals next week. Armani and Rev each picks in, so we'll know where we're going as far as the NFL season, because it's a close race right now. Like I said, Red is in first place in the NFL picks, which are the money picks that we call them, because somebody had to give up money at the end of the year for a delicious dinner if you lose. So, and it's been kind of close. And Armani, I won't call you out on the air because your Longhorn dinner was delicious last year. We want to thank you for that. All right. Those were
a couple of college updates. KSU trailing Missouri 17-14.
Uh-oh.
And
Looks like
Mississippi State trailing LSU 17-0.
oh yeah, it looks like that Mississippi State pick might not have panned out. Right.
Ooh, feel like I got 2 losses coming up. Come on, KSU. You getting beat by Missouri.
All right, here we go.
It's early, so we'll see. It's still early for both of them.
Yeah. Closing out the show with you have the right, meaning somebody has the right to do something. Who has the right to do what, Red?
Falcon, you got a right to go 2-0 and take care of business at home versus Green Bay. Now I know me and the Falcons fans had a lot of debates this week. Oh boy, we debating this week, coach. But all will be settled and all will be fine as long as we keep getting these victories and we keep figuring things out while we're getting these victories. So Falcons, you just beat Green Bay on Sunday, and we'll keep figuring out this quarterback position and what we're gonna do with it for the future. Is Ritter the guy or is he not the guy? But you just keep winning. 2-0 versus the Packers on Sunday. Just win, Falcons. Just win.
All right. And I'm gonna stay in the same vein. Pittsburgh Steelers, you had a right to erase everything that happened last week and get a big divisional win, which is what you need more than the San Francisco win over Cleveland to put yourself back near the top of the division and right this ship that looks like it's trying to take on water. Because if you lose, the naysayers are going to come out more and more. They're already out now because some people have called for Mike Tomlin's job after 1 week. I'm like, oh my God, they got 16.
That's crazy. They stupid. You gonna regret when that guy leaves. All these naysayers, you gonna regret when that guy leaves.
Yeah, they got 16 games to go, and they want him fired after 1 game, which is insane. But hey, that's
Eric gonna be running his mouth calling y'all squealers and stuff.
Yeah, the fan base is crazy, but I just laugh sometimes. All right, let's see.
Y'all play Miami this year?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I know that would set up for a good one.
Colorado, Jerry Rod Martin said, Colorado, you had a right to score as many points as possible against Colorado State.
Oh yeah, don't worry, Jerry. They are. One thing I'm noticing about Shedeur Sanders is, boy, you don't want to make that guy mad. That dude, he got an inner fire in him. He don't even express it out loud like his dad do. You just gonna find out when he put that work on you in that game that you made him mad. And
oh yeah,
I said right there, he don't like folks talking about his dad. So
yeah, that's the last thing you need to be putting yourself in position to want to do it. To mess with him because they take up for their daddy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today. We've enjoyed y'all. Thank you all for coming on. Thank you all for being here and helping us out through the show. Armani, wherever you are, we hope that everything works out. Rev, hope you have fun with the young people at the football game today. Y'all take care of yourself. And ladies and gentlemen, we will be back next week. Same time, same channel. Ready to
episode 293.
293. We're going to be back. Episode 292 is in the books.
I'm going to tell in first place next week. You know, when he game start now, I might be down there with our money.
Oh, Lord. All right, we'll holler at y'all.
Peace.